Oh, no. Appreciate you guys, man. We'll just start off just the injury update. Understand Stover hurt his foot, so he'll miss some time. Really hate that. He's playing tough, physical, exactly how we want it done. So he'll miss some time. So we'll have to, upgrade our tight end room from that perspective. Andrews rolled his ankle, so he'll be day-to-day, see how that goes. Barrios and Kirk are doing well on their recovery. We'll see how they go this week. No timetable set right now for those guys.
What are some challenges that the Buccaneers I can't talk.
You're good.
What are some challenges that the Buccaneers present, especially in the passing game?
Yeah, the Bucks. One thing I'll say about the Bucks is starting off watching the tape, man. Baker Mayfield he's playing the best he's played in his career. Todd has done a really nice job of working with Baker. In the passing game, they were first in the league in passing last year, or they were top 5 in pretty much all the major offensive categories last year. And it shows they have weapons at receiver. Mike Evans has done it for a long time, continues to shine. The young kid, Igbuka, has done a really nice job making some explosive plays. He showed up big time for them in their game versus Atlanta. And Baker, he does a really nice job of just moving around, scrambling in the pocket, keeping plays alive. You see toughness, you see grittiness from Baker, which allows their passing game to thrive.
I don't want to act like this, the 2023 game has any bearing on today, because it doesn't. But
well, you're asking the question, so it
but
does.
I want to preface that first. But what was probably like the fondest memory of that, and did you feel like that kind of helped you all's confidence kind of going into that season and into today too?
No, I understand that 2023 game was an outstanding game, probably one of the most memorable games of my head coaching career. It was just unbelievable to have such back and forth play, right? The way Baker played in that game, made some big time plays down the stretch there. They were able to score on us in the red zone, and we get the ball back. Luckily, they scored. We let them score quick enough so we can have a little time left for CJ and the offense to drive down the field. And just remember that drive. It's such a memorable drive. He hits a couple passes short, then we hit Tank on the big 7 route towards their sideline, and then come back the next play, and then we hit Tank, in the end zone. I mean, what a memorable play. One that always resonates in my mind. Just when you see rookies who made the plays that they were able to make at that time, you knew we had something special in those guys.
Coach, against another strong defensive front from the Buccaneers, what are some of the things that you observed after watching the Rams game as far as being able to help the offense get going this week?
Yeah, another great defensive line, starting with Vita Vea. He's a force in the middle. He does a really nice job run stopping. Also, they drop him back in coverage a little bit too, so he's a very versatile player. But their front, it comes from Todd's philosophy. He's going to bring a lot of exotic pressures. There are going to be pressures from safeties, nickels, like everybody's coming, and they do a really good job of disguising it. So we just really have to do a great job as an offense when the picture changes. Like, how are we reacting and responding the proper way, communicating the proper way when the picture changes? That'll be a challenge for us this week.
Aziz called himself the emotional regulator of the defense and the team. Is that something you saw? Yeah, you like that? I like it. Is that something you saw dating back to San Francisco, and how do you see that manifest itself now today on the sidelines, I guess?
Aziz he's matured so much as a leader. For me, working with Aziz as a rookie in 2019 and where he is now, I see so much growth, so much leadership in him. I mean, you want somebody to talk to the team, he's the guy. So if it's the emotional regulator, he does that. He has a really great pulse of the locker room because of his connection with everyone. Like, Aziz is a guy, he can communicate with anyone very well. He can encourage you. He can give you some philosophy. He's a wise young man, and I'm happy to have him in our locker room where he can guide a lot of our players.
And can you talk about who that person is for you on offense? Who the emotional regulator is? Is there a guy on offense I know it's a whole team, but is there somebody on offense that does that?
It's a whole team, Kim. It's a whole team. I said the one guy that really stands out in that is Aziz, just for our entire team. I think from a standpoint, we have a lot of young guys, and Aziz is a guy he's seen it in different teams. He's been on multiple teams. He knows how I operate. He knows what I expect more so than anyone on the team. So he's the guy that I think that our entire team can lean on.
A player like Nico Collins on offense, what's the balance between, hey, we want to make sure we get him the football enough, but also not change the way you operate the offense and make sure he's as involved as can be in the gameplay?
Yeah. Throw it to Nico as many times as we can. Yeah, of course, everybody knows that's a question everybody wants to answer. Of course, we want to get the ball to Nico. He's one of our best players. But offensively, I just think when you go back to the game on Sunday, we have so many plays where we're kind of playing behind the sticks and we're not doing things that we're trained to do. We're not doing things conducive to staying on track and being able to run our offense in that type of fashion. It's going to be hard, to get the ball to a certain player here or there, right? Because you're 2nd and 18, 2nd and 10, 3rd and long. Like, that's not where you want to operate as an offense. So we just got to come back this week, just do the things that we're coached to do, make sure we're staying on track offensively, making sure everybody's on the same page, and we're just putting ourselves in position to make positive plays. When we have those positive plays, then it opens up the offense for us to be able to get the ball to whoever we want to get the ball to.
Jared Patterson is filling in, and you have him in there. What do you see from him? And also just wanted to ask about the possibility of Harrison Bryant helping.
Yeah, Patterson has done a nice job. Patterson's played a lot of ball for us. He filled in last year. He stepped in wherever, guard, center. Patterson's going to give you everything he has, and that's all we expect from him. And I'm encouraged with how he plays.
Staying on track and penalties, how much are penalties about discipline and maybe just like overcompensating for not winning your individual matchup?
Yeah, so many different penalties happen in that game, so it's like, which penalty you want to talk about? It's you have some penalties where you're being a little too overly aggressive at times. Some penalties are technical where you're trying to be aggressive, hands come up a little bit. So things like that happen in the game, right? But the things you can't control for me are, the pre-snap penalties, right? Making sure we're in the right formation, no illegal shifts, no jumping off sides when we know. So it's just the pre-snap things. Those are the ones that are unacceptable to me because those we fully control those. So let's get those out of the way, and then let's see how we are. But aggressive penalties are going to happen. We're not losing our mind over that.
Are there things you can do in practice to limit those? I mean, I'm sure you already focus on him and tell him, not to do them. But when you have a game like you did on Sunday with so many penalties, do you do anything different in practice to guard against it?
Guys, most of the time when the penalties happens, it's about poor technique. So if your hands are too high, when we don't coach hands high, your hands are supposed to be low. You just need to kind of refocus yourself on actually doing and training yourself mentally and physically to do it exactly how we're coaching it to do. Right, then you don't have penalties when it comes to hands to the face mask type penalties, holding type penalties, making sure you're in a proper stance, making sure you're playing with low pads. Again, and if you play the right way, then you eliminate some of those just by playing with good technique and fundamentals.
After the game, CJ mentioned that he thought that there was lollygagging, not a great week of practice. You mentioned Aziz as a guy that knows what you want. So during the week, is that something you can recognize that can change? Who are you looking at offensively to say, hey, this is to stop like right now versus come Sunday, like, oh, it just wasn't a good week? Like, how do you stop having a bad week?
Yeah, it's never an entire group. That's the one thing about it. So there are individuals that have their moments throughout the week, and the lollygagging, it's a term everybody want to use now. It's for me, it's just our tempo, right, in and out of the huddle, right? We got to get in and out of the huddle quicker so we can get to the line of scrimmage so we can operate and make sure we got checks and things we have to make at the line of scrimmage. Well, to make those checks in the proper manner, right, we got to get out with some urgency. So the urgency piece from everybody has to pick up from the offensive side of the ball, right? The urgency picks up, and we'll be able to operate cleaner when it comes to pre-snap and post-snap.
So who are you looking at to say, like,
You're
to
looking
pick
at
that
him.
speed
You're
up?
looking at him. I handle everything comes back to me. It's not about me, I need to talk to a player about doing this or that. We'll get it fixed. It's on me.
You said it before during training camp how much the fans here invigorate this team and seeing them and having them be part of training camp and giving the energy to the team. What are you most looking forward to when it comes to, obviously, a home opener can reinvigorate a team coming off a loss in week 1?
For us, we got to go play the right way, right? Fans show up, be excited about what we do here, but for our fans to be excited about anything we do here in Houston, the Texans have to play better. You good? Go ahead.
You answered it. I got it.
All right. You sure? All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got one.
You good? Okay. Sorry, I always got
If I have that, that might make up
Coach, I know that there's only been one undefeated team that has completed a whole season that undefeated. I think 1972 Miami Dolphins, right? So you know that going into that, it's going to be hard to win every game. How much do you emphasize, hey guys, it's only week 1. We still have a whole lot of football left. How do you tell them, hey, it's just one game, let's move past this and get on and move on to Tampa Bay?
Yeah, Sarge, thank you, man. That's the nature of our business, right? You lose, fire everybody, trade every player, right? You win, going to the Super Bowl. Then the next week, everything, I get it. That's the nature of our business. It's exciting because you have so many different outlets, so many different people have an opinion. So many people love football. So I love the passion. I love the energy that comes with this, right? It's fun, man. We really enjoy this, and we understand the seriousness of it as well, right? But to that point, the realistic point is one game. It's week 1. The building isn't burning down. It's week 1. We go back, and we fix what we need to fix, come out and do the things that we can control. That's the main emphasis for this week. How can we just control the controllables and press forward? And now, when you have a chance to truly compete, now let's see what happens. All right?
It's kind of off kilter, but for a player going into year 2, right, that's usually the first off season where, obviously in college, they go from college to NFL, et cetera. How difficult can that transition be going into year 2 where now you have all that free time and now you have to figure out how to structure your offseason to fit, getting ready for the NFL season versus you going from college and then combine training to OTAs and all that? What's kind of the difficulty in that?
Year 2 for a player in our league is a vital year because the off season is your first true off season where you're not worried about combine, you're not worried about training. It allows you to fully focus on what do you need to get better at as a football player, right? And you can fill that time by being around the team, training, working on those areas of weakness and improve yourself. So I think that's where you see a lot of guys can take a massive jump from year 1 to year 2 because their time is more focused and dialed in on actually football as opposed to just training, right, before you coming in as a rookie. Cool? All right. Thank you, guys.